morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rob. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. Welcome to Market Mornings for Wednesday, September 28, 2022. As we get started here, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. All right. And as we go through here, guys, make sure that you are following along with the various social platforms that we've got out there. We put content up on a regular basis. You do not want to miss what's out there. All right. And with that, it is time to jump in. Let's go take a look at the futures. All right. So the ES is down 5. The Dow is up 24. The NASDAQ's down 63. The RUT's up 2.5. We've had a flip-flop all day long on futures, right? We've been up, down, up, down, up, down. If we look at the ES, you know, we had a nice move up, then this big move down. And then the EU came out and talked about rates, and then it's down. We're buying back bonds, and it's down, and it's back up. They're buying back the gilt, and it's back up again now. So we're all over the place. No real consistency yet as direction today, but overall to the upside recently. Ethereum is Bitcoin's up 5. Ethereum's down $19. Gold is up 9.5. Crude is up 132. It puts us just shy of $80 on crude right now. We saw last evening, actually, I got gas last night for $3.19. My wife's got an app because of who we use for our cell phone, and it was actually 25 cents a gallon less than that. So we're under $3 a gallon on Tuesdays only, but we happen to be there at a store right a block away that we wound up stopping and picking it up. So gas is coming down still, right? I did see one place at $2.79. A little tricky though. You had to buy a car wash for $40 to get $2.79 gas. But all right, so there we have our futures. Let's go take a look at candidates from yesterday. Guys, sorry we didn't get on yesterday. We had problems with our software, which just would not allow us to schedule the training. We tried and right up until 8:30, until about 8:20, we tried to schedule, couldn't get it on there. So sorry about that. So what trades did you do yesterday? Drop those trades in there. I'd love to see what you guys came up with from yesterday. I had a couple of decent ones go off yesterday, but in particular, SPY trades from yesterday. So that worked out well. But let me see what you guys did. And while you do, I've got a few candidates I want to go to today. So let's go look at today's updated candidates. We're going to start off. So I've got my list built out in Omega charts right here. We're going to start off with Apple. Apple has, there's talks of cutting their production based on demand. What does that mean? Less people wanting the iPhone that they want to build out. So cutting the production on it. Come on. Just want to get the template up that has our moving averages. Cutting the production on it. Apple's already in a bearish bias. It was true bear as of yesterday. So this is not a bad spot, with the exception that they're down $4.50 right now, which puts them about 147. So where are they? 147.12, right above 147.68. Go figure. How does that happen? I don't know. Well, we're going to look at a bear call spread above 153. And this is, the ors are me, right? This is me because I'm writing this tracking sheet out for me right now for today. A long put, right? So I'm going to look at a bearish opportunity on this trade. If we break that 147.68 retest and fail, I am all over a directional trade on this one, right? Next, let's see. Trader Wilson, United Healthcare. Small money, but 55%. There you go. Well, how do you beat 55%? FTNT up $350, but in it for longer. All right. Well, there you go. Good. Erica said COP bear call spread practice trade. Nice. Okay, Erica. Good. Love to know how it works out for you. All right. After Apple, we've got Biogen. So, you know, we had Biogen on our list for so long, and you can see they just are, you know, I just remember as a kid watching Bugs Bunny cartoons, and I don't remember exactly which one it was, but they would be singing "Driving Along in My Automobile," and it was just kind of really slow. You know, I'm bringing home a baby, bumblebee, right? Just that type of, we're just hanging out, nothing crazy happening. We stopped tracking Biogen because of the movement or the lack of movement we had with it. And Biogen today is up $103. Holy mackerel, 100 and what? 50% increase in the overnight session, most of it in pre-market session. They've got an Alzheimer's drug that they have developed. They have a co-partner in it, but for them as a company, as a stock, and apparently the results potential are really good. Dr. Scott Gottlieb was just on CNBC talking about it a little bit. I found that before he came on. He just came on at 8:30 here this morning, 8:28 or something. He was on CNBC. So I didn't get to hear much of what he said about it, but we're looking at a potential of a great breakthrough on Alzheimer's for people. So I don't know what phase the drug is in, nor do I care. It's up $100, right? So we're sitting right now right at $300.90. So we'll call it 301. We're sitting at right now. So what does that mean? You see this 100-point level here? We're sitting right above that level. For me to do a bear call spread just below there, a bull put just below there is too tight. I've got a 294.85 here and a 281.40, which were the previous fib lines, because we don't have anything on this current fib that goes up. They all go down. So here's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at a bull put spread below 295, better below 281. Right? I would prefer, this is just a little tight. 295, we've had a 100-point move. Could we drop $6 or $7? Yeah, and that puts us underwater immediately. So I want to be a little cautious there. I would rather have the 281. I can't even begin to give you a value of what the options would be worth with a $100 move. There's nothing that's going to help me with that at all. All right, so that's what we're looking at for Biogen. Let's see, Don and Chris. Don said bear call spread on Boeing, 135.36, 20 cents, still in the bear call on Meta. Let's see, on Meta, 145, 146, 15 cents still in. All right, there you go. There you go. And Meta's not looking good today either, right? I saw them down a little bit earlier, so that's good. Great job, Don. All right. So and Chris. So we got Lilly, LLY. So they got an upgrade today. By the way, Biogen, along with the announcement, got 4 upgrades today. 4 upgrades today. Oh, I think one was reiterate and maintain, and the other 3 were up, something like that. But they got 4 upgrades today on the announcement. So big news for them. Upgrade on Eli Lilly. So Lilly right now is sitting at 336.5. So they're up $25. Right now it puts them at 336.5. So where's that? Oh, look at that. 336.5. We're right above that fib line. 14 to 35 is 36.22 points. All right, we need to split this level in half. We need to fib it in here. I am working on a training just for fibbits that I'm going to put out probably on YouTube. So you'll be able to download or watch, rather, that video, that training, where we're going to go in depth on the foundation of them, where they came from, how to use them, when to apply them, all of that. So we're going to, if we're sitting up at 336 right now, we're going to look at a bull put spread below 325. I heard the dogs inside. Below 325 will be our bull put spread today on Lilly. I like this one. Biogen's going to be harder just because of the move. Guys, 100 points, it's going to be hard to react to that type of move. We'll see. And the nice thing is what's going to happen on the open is you are going to get ripped off on directional options. Ripped off, right? Because they don't know where it's going. They're going to have really big bid-ask spreads is my guess on it. You're going to overvalue options. Please overvalue the spread for me. Please overvalue it so I get paid more money for that trade. Thank you very much for doing so, right? Which is why I tell you guys again and again, if you haven't gone over to, wrong one, tradinglikeaboss.com, guys, pick up how to trade the news candidates. That's what we do here. This is all new stuff. It's free. Just go click on it. You'll get a link to the training. And you'll be good to rock on. All right. So on Eli Lilly, there's our note. Only 3 candidates left, folks. So drop in the companies, the candidates that you want me to take a look at. I will be happy to analyze the positions for you before the market opens. You get one last set of eyes to look at that trade before you're ready to go. All right. Let's see. So LRCX, they got to maintain on their announcement from a brokerage firm. In other words, we're going to maintain what we said was going on there. But LRCX is down $7 on that maintain. So not very good news for them that they only maintained it. I think the street was expecting them to raise it. They did not. So, we don't want to do that. So they were kind of slapped for it. Good move to the downside. Let's go ahead and do the scrunchity scrunch. We're sitting right now at 369.5. So where does that put us? Let's see. 54 to 79 is 54. So 25 points, 30. We don't really need a fib in here. So we're kind of in the middle. So we're at 369. We're going to do a bear call spread. We're going to look at a bear call spread. Bear call spread below. Nope, above. We're doing bull put there below 379. So bear call spread above 379 on LRCX. Okay. Next is Tesla. So there's one gentleman at Citi that is adamant that Tesla is way overvalued and they are rating him a sell. He reiterated that sell rating again today, right? So he's a big short, I guess, on Tesla. So his goal is to push it down. I don't care what his ultimatum is, what his ulterior motive is, rather. I care about what can we do. Tesla right now is down. Well, it's come back. Wow, very nice. I didn't see it. It came back. It's only down 74 cents right now. So if we look on Tesla, we look at the pre-market, it's had a really nice bounce in the last little bit, right? So they've come back up very nicely from where they were, to the point that they're only down 39 cents right now. And we're looking at yesterday's pre-market here, so we got to be, or post-market. This is all post, so that pink and blue candles where they ran after market. So we really closed here. So we're pretty darn close to where that is right now. Okay. So with that being said, and the guy's Italian name, I forget who he was, but I think we're going to pass on this one. I'm going to write next. Nothing's happening with it, right? It's kind of flat. I'm not looking to fight it. So we'll leave that one be. All right. Last on our list, dropping your candidates, folks. Last on our list is Ulta, ULTA. So, listen, I am a firm believer that you go where the money goes. And who's got the money today? Kids, right? My kids shop in Ulta, right? And mine are older than what I would look at for kids mostly, but they're still my kids, right? But teenagers still, you're finding them spending money in these types of places, right? I don't get it. It's makeup. They sell stuff at the dollar store. To me, it's if red lipstick is red lipstick, right? I don't know. My daughter tells me, no, that's not the case. You need this brush. You need this, you need this, that. But they spend a lot of money on it. So I like when announcements come out on companies like that where monies are being spent, right? So Ulta is up $9 right now, and they were rated a top value in the cosmetics industry. So value means it's a good price. So now, because it was a good price, it's up $9. Okay? So maybe not a good price anymore, but I don't care. We're going to trade the news. So we're looking at the stock is sitting at 403. We're going to look at a bull put spread below 395. So we're not coming down just below this 300 level. We're coming all the way down here, basically back to where it was, below where it was yesterday, right? Ish level, right? We're close to that fib line inside of there, okay? So that's our setups for today. We had 6. One of them doesn't work, which is Tesla. So we're down to 5 candidates as setups for today. Additional candidates, Apple is down, or we got Apple on our announcement. Amazon is down on shutting down warehouses before the hurricane. Is there going to be damage down there? Cost, delays, canceled orders, and so forth. So they're down a little bit on that announcement. So watch that. Keep your eyes on what's going on with hurricane. I understand you may not like to look at that and say, oh, we're going to make money off somebody else's misery, but Home Depot and Lowe's, potential to the upside, depending on how bad the storm is, with lumber and things like that, right? Sandbags and all that kind of stuff that people are buying down there, all right? So just 2 others you could add to your list. All right. Let's see what we got here. Did I miss anything? I did not. So Erica's asking for SPY, S-P-Y. All right, Erica, let's go check that one out. I'm going to go ahead and shift over to a different watch list so I can get the deets on it as we look. So right now, SPY in pre-market is up $1.54. So nice bounce off that 361.65 yesterday. Let me see, 61.5 to 72. So call it 62 to 72, $10. We don't need a fib in there, so we're fine from there. So I like it, Eric. I like it a lot. Ideally, I'd love to see a pullback on SPY. We're at 364, call it 365. I'd love to see a wick pull back a little bit and bounce, but certainly pivot points would be the way to go for me on SPY when I don't have lines yet, and not until we get a print of our first second, and then we'll have our numbers will be there for me. All right. So number one, SPY, I like it. Bullish trade. Get that bounce. If it breaks to 361.5, Erica, retest and fail, then I'd be looking for the bearish entry on it. All right. Hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. Trips looking at AMD. And I tossed my sheet already, but were they on there originally? No, they were not. I had AMAT down, but on the original sheet, but no, I thought maybe AMD also. So switchback trade. For those of you that don't know, a switchback trade is a trade that allows us to focus on bidirectional movement, meaning if it breaks to the downside, is there an opportunity? The answer is yes. We have what's called a clear and concise entry. If it breaks, retests, and fails, that's a concise entry with a clear path down to that 61.29. If it bounces and moves up, we've got a concise entry and a clear path to the 71.60. So right now, AMD, they're down 4 cents. So we obviously need to see it move. We just don't know where it's going to move yet, right? If it's going to move today. But that's the setup trip. I like it a lot. Obviously, I like downside better because we're in a true bearish bias. But if you're looking at this as a day trade, which is where switchback is, primarily day trade. If we're looking at this as a day trade, then and the market bounces today, I have zero issues taking that upside trade, right? I have bigger issues holding the upside overnight. But as a trade, good setup trip. I like it. Robert's asking for Google. You got it, Robert. So let's see. I don't think that anymore. Let's see where Google is in pre-market. And let's go ahead and get a little more time so I could see the entire fib. Not that I don't have it memorized in my head because we trade this one every day. Still looking for the place to buy Google. Yesterday's bounce. So yesterday on the open, if we look at what happened yesterday on the open, what was it? We had this gap up to here yesterday. And my initial thought when I saw that we were up pre-market was, all right, maybe today's the day to start the entry into Google. And then we pushed up. I looked at the chart. We pushed right up into the 100-point level, and we start pulling back a little bit. I went, you know what? This is a sign, baby. We're in that blue zone. We got the 8 moving average, the 100-point level, the fib line. There's a lot of strength in that ceiling, man. They reinforced that sucker where you're not getting through that so easily. And sure enough, we fell back down again, right down near the lows of the day. So my range there is 100 down to 97.26. Google right now is down 30 cents, which puts it at 97.12. So we're actually under that line, which gives us our next zone down to 93.60. So, Robert, here's what I want to see. I would like to see Google get down 96.75, 96.5, somewhere down there. Stretch back up. I don't need it all the way back up to 97.25. Get me up to 97-ish, give or take, depending on how far down it goes. But in other words, get down below the line, not right up to it. Give me some room. Pull back up as if the Bulls are making an attempt to win and then fail, right? And I even like it better if it doesn't make it all the way back up because the Bulls couldn't even make it to resistance and fail. And now we've got our next target to the downside, which is 93.60. We did Power Hour on Monday, and I went through a trade, and I kind of got on my high horse a little bit and got a little bit loud, preachy almost, of guys. And Rick, one of our students, Rick, from our Inner Circle, our highest level coaching program, gave me a ticker symbol to look at. I think it was Costco. And I had not looked at it that day. I went to the intraday chart. Guys, go check that video out. It's going to be somewhere in the last 20 minutes, I think, of the training. It's posted on YouTube. It's also on our website if you go to our TV channel on the website, right, which is right up here. Go there. You'll see it up there as well. And I identified the perfect setup, the absolute perfect setup, to where I had Rick say to me, I'm taking a picture of that. That goes in my trading book now. Right? That's now part of his regular trade setup that's in there. That's exactly what I described to you here. Breakdown, retest, fail. That's our best opportunity to be right in the trade. Can you take the breakout? Yes. I just don't do well with them. Doesn't mean they don't work. They don't work well for me. How about that? Hey, Marty, how you doing? When I saw your name, I knew exactly who it was. It's good to see you, Marty, from Chicago. How have you been, sir? I hope trading's going well. Great to see you here. It's been a while, that's for sure. I keep saying I'm going to make a trip to Chicago. Probably not happening now with wintertime coming. Once I do, I'll let Robert K know, and he'll let everybody know that I'm coming down, and we'll go hang out and go get some pizza again. I love me some of that deep dish that's over there. All right, so it looks like that's our last candidate we got in the mix for today, folks. So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, get yourself over to tradinglikeaboss.com and pick up some of the free trainings. We've got a great training coming up on Friday for Trading Coaches Playbook. It's a 1 hour long training. Go ahead and get registered for it. You can do it right off of this page. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow at our next update. All right, bye for now.